Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. For today's video, I'm going to be making slime that is inspired by food. So I'm going to be making honey slime, ice cream sandwich slime, watermelon slime, as well as cupcake slime. I have a lot of fun filming this video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do enjoy watching this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, and if you could maybe click that subscribe button, that would be so awesome. By the way, if you guys don't know already, I do have a second channel where I've been posting a lot of moving vlogs. So if you would like to see what I'm up to, you can check it out on my second channel. I'll have a link for it down below. And now without any further ado, let's get started with today's video. The first slime that I'm going to be making is the honey one. So what I did for the container is I got this jar from the dollar store and I'm going to add a cute mustache face on it. You could also write like honey on the jar, or you could just leave it plain, whatever you prefer. Unfortunately, I don't have a color printer right now, or else I would have made like a label to put on top. I think that would have looked so much better. But for now, a face is going to do the job. I'm going to spray paint the lid with some gold, and now moving on to the slime, you're going to need clear Elmer's glue. I'm going to just pour the entire thing in a bowl. Then I'm going to take some yellow food coloring and add a few drops of that. You want to mix that in really well, and then to kind of get that golden honey-like color, I'm going to add the tiniest amount of some red. Be sure to not add too much, or else it's just gonna turn orange. So you want to add a little bit at a time to really deepen up the yellow color, but making sure that it's not really orange. For the activator, I'm going to use baking soda, and I used about 1.5 teaspoons of it. Again, you just want to mix that in really well. Along with the baking soda, you're also going to need contact solution. I used about 2 tablespoons of it. I started by adding in 1 tablespoon and then I kind of eyeballed it, so you might need less or more, but you will know when it's ready. It will stop sticking onto the bowl, and that's when it's pretty much done at that point. You can start playing with the slime immediately, but I wanted mine to turn clear. So what I did is I took an airtight container and I'm going to put the slime inside and let that sit for about 24 hours. The next day, the slime should turn completely clear, as you can see over here. Now all you want to do is pour in the slime inside the jar, and there is the completed honey slime. The next slime that we are going to be making is an ice cream sandwich. So I have some Model Magic air dry clay. I put 2 popsicle sticks on the side and I'm going to roll out the clay. The popsicle sticks will make sure that you roll out the clay evenly. Now I'm going to take a square cookie cutter and cut a square. I didn't have a rectangle cookie cutter, or else I would have used that, but a square ice cream sandwich is just as good, so I'm just going to cut that out. Using a dotting tool, I'm going to make the indents. You can also use the end of a paintbrush to do this. By the way, it's a good idea to put a piece of parchment paper underneath, because my clay did actually get stuck to the table, and yeah. Now you want to let this air dry for about 12 hours. Once the clay is completely dry, you can go in with some brown acrylic paint and just paint it all over. Now for the ice cream slime, you're going to need white glue. I added about 1 cup into a bowl. Then I'm going to add in the baking soda. I used 1.5 teaspoons, and now I'm just mixing that in. Of course, you're going to need contact solution, so I started by adding in 1 tablespoon, mixing that in and adding more. It's totally okay if this slime is on the stickier side because now we are going to add in some air dry clay. I didn't really measure this out, but I just added in a good amount of it. So I'm just going to combine both of the things together in really well. Not only will the clay make the slime stretchier, but it's also going to help the slime keep its shape. So when you put it in between the sandwich, it's not going to like fall apart or like ooze out. And that's what you want with the slime, that it's firm enough that it will keep its shape. And now you can make your ice cream sandwich. I really love this one, especially because it looks so realistic. But yeah, there's your completed ice cream sandwich slime. Now we are going to be making some watermelon slime. For the container, I have some air dry clay and I'm going to roll that out. To make this into a bowl, I have a styrofoam ball that I got from the dollar store, and I'm going to put the clay on top and shape it into a bowl. If you don't have a styrofoam ball, you can take a regular bowl, put the clay on top, and let it dry. I just ended up using a styrofoam ball, but you don't really need to do this. Now, using my X-Acto knife, I'm going to cut off any extra clay. You want to let this air dry for about 24 hours. Once the clay is completely dry, you can just take it out. It should come off very easily. Now I'm going to take a bright green acrylic paint and I'm just going to paint the entire bowl. To give it that watermelon-like detail, I went in with a darker green and I'm going to make these random lines. I don't really know how to explain this part, but you can totally see what I'm doing. And of course, this DIY isn't complete without a cute face, so I'm going to make a laughing face. And yeah, once you're done, you can go ahead and start making the slime. In a bowl, I'm going to add 1 cup of glue. Then I'm going to add a few drops of red food coloring. I didn't really use a few drops. I actually had to use quite a lot of food coloring to really get that watermelon-like color. As per usual, you want to add in the baking soda and contact solution to turn this into slime. Obviously, because we are making a watermelon, we need to make the watermelon seeds. I'm using polymer clay and I'm making these little seed-like shapes, and I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes. I have my slime right here and I'm going to just sprinkle the seeds on top. Now I'm just going to start playing with it. I really love this color. It's so perfect for the summertime. And that is pretty much it for the watermelon slime. The final slime that I'm going to be making is a cupcake. So for the cupcake, of course, we're going to need a cupcake base. In a bowl, I added 1/4 cup of white glue. Then I added in some brown acrylic paint and also a little bit of yellow. I'm going to mix that in to kind of get a beige-like color like a normal cake would have, cupcake would have. Once you're happy with the color, you can add in the baking soda and contact solution. For the cupcake base, I'm actually making foam, and this was my first time actually ever making foam. So I got these white styrofoam balls from Amazon. I will try to leave a link down below. And I'm just going to put the slime inside, and as soon as you put it inside, it's going to kind of cling onto it, and you just want to mix the balls into the slime, and this is going to help the base kind of keep its shape. So now that we have the cupcake base, I'm going to make the icing. So I added in 1/4 cup of white glue. Then I'm going to add in some pink food coloring. You can also use red. Mix that in. Then I added in a little bit of shaving cream. So this is going to kind of make it fluffy. Turn this into slime by adding in baking soda and contact solution. Like I did for the ice cream sandwich, I'm going to add a little bit of white air dry clay. This is again going to help the slime keep its shape, and it's also going to make it stretchy. So when you kind of like ice the cupcake, it's gonna look really nice. I have a silicone mold here, and I'm going to put the cupcake base inside. Now you can start icing your cupcake. I had so much fun doing this part. This is like one of my favorite slimes I've ever made. Now I'm going to give it some final touches by adding some sprinkles, aka multicolor foam balls, and there is your completed cupcake slime. That is pretty much it for today's video. Let me know in a comment down below which slime was your favorite. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next one.